Let's now go to that story of a man of God who was allegedly caught in the act, pants down. The pastor is said to have been found in bed with a woman believed to be his church member. The man, claiming to be the woman's husband, rained blows on her as shocked residents watched. Ian Wafula reports on the incident that has rattled the Anglican diocese here in Nairobi.
Not only were emotions running high, but also the blows and kicks at every turn. Husband, let's call him Mr. X, allegedly found his wife Mrs. Y sleeping with his good time friend and a church pastor. A development, he says, confirms his long-held suspicion that she was playing games with him. But while Mrs. Y was on the receiving end, the church pastor, on the other hand, was wondering whether to hide his face or the rest of his body. Even more awkward, the two were forced to pose for a photo shoot session, after which it was time to dress up. Pastor from ACK Pumwani, however, kept his protests, claiming the woman lured him to this lodging under the pretext that she needed urgent prayers since she was not feeling well. And then they all left. Surprisingly, husband and his pastor friend walked out gracefully to their vehicles and drove out. What happened at King Castle Inn was meant to stay at King Castle Inn. Well, not anymore. The Anglican Church says it has begun investigations into the incident and that stern disciplinary actions will be taken against the pastor if the claims are proved to be true.
We've been doing a "Why did you leave church" session, and have you been seeing it on my Instagram? Why did you leave church? Oh, I left church because the pastor and the sisters used to fuck a lot. I'm like, damn, I didn't know this shit. And the pastor, who? The priest. And who? And the sisters. They used to do what? Kuna time mamangu mpenzi, mzazi mpenzi, aliniambia we need to go to this woman who is a very prayerful woman. Bro, and every time I used to hear about a woman being a pastor or a high priestess or all that other shit, I was very skeptical. Yeah. So she tells me, we need to go to this woman in some place in Banana. So we go to Banana, and apparently this woman is a seer. She can see things. So I'm very skeptical because I know my mom is the women of wale wa Razmataz. Wamependa Razmataz ajab. Madrama. So mimi nenda pale, najua hii kitu haiko. So tumeingia pale, mother akasema, now she has created an atmosphere of, it's almost like witchcraft. And she's trying to create a holy atmosphere. So first you're going to hear, she kept us outside for 40 minutes as she was praying, screaming and hollering in there like a mad woman. So me, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But because it's my mom mpenzi, Mama mzazi mpenzi, I have to sit there and do what she has told me to do. Bro, that time I'm a grown man, A grown man. I think I was in my 32 or 30 something. I can't remember. Sitting there, listening to this woman chant inside there. Once she's done chanting, then her assistant comes to call us. The assistant is looking so pious. It's like they've just connected with God. Says, she will see you now. Na mukiingia tafadhali mutoe viatu. I'm like, no, that's some stupid shit. What is this? So we get in there, tunatoa viatu. Nikatoa viatu. Then we get there, the woman says, go on your knees. So I go on my knees. Now my mom is watching me because she wants my demons to be exorcised by this other woman. So I'm on my knees, you guy, on a concrete floor. I'm like, this is bullshit. But I can't say anything because mama mzazi mpenzi yule amekaa pale. She's watching my every move. And I don't want to disappoint her fragile heart. So I sit there, I'm on my knees listening to this nonsense. I know it's nonsense, but I can't say anything. Because now at that point, I'm actually starting to think, maybe this woman might have something going on with her. And I want her to tell me what is going on with me for me to know it's right. So I wanted to tell her to tell me something. Tell me about Wanja or somebody. Now, be very clear about what I did. You remember that day when you smoked some weed and then you fucked and you started crying? Oh, Pastor, you can see into my life. Remember that day when you were with that girlfriend of yours and she put your legs up in the air and then she licked your diab hole? Oh! I was waiting to remove her wallet and just throw all my money to her. Then she asked me, Wajiro no. Wajiro no. I'm like, what? What? I've come here for you to tell me. Now you're asking me questions about you, Wajiro. Who's Wajiro? Wajiro no. You're asking a Kikuyu man, who is Wajiro? That is the level of insight that God is giving you. All you have is Wajiro. And now my mom is like, Wajiro, who is Wajiro? Now as I'm driving my mom back home, she cannot stop talking about Wajiro. I'm like, what is this? This is some stupid shit. Wajiro. I'm like, a Kikuyu man who is Wajiro? Do you know how many Wajiros I know for you to ask me Wajiro no? The guy says I'm Jaka and the pale always swear. Who is Akinyi? Akinyi! What do you mean Akinyi? You know how many Akinyis there in Luoland? Can you be any Vega in your life? She's so Akinyi. Ama Mluya always say, Wafula. Wafula? Wanyama? Wanyos? Where? Mkisia ulizo, who is Mora? Ayagaki. Omontominto. Mkamba ulizo. Nduko, who is Nduko? Nduko na you? Na you? Nduko? Gandem. As a minimum, you don't know. And that woman, that time, she's dropped the mic because she's asked me the most diabolic thing. And now my mom cannot shut the fuck up about it. The whole distance from Banana to South Sea, she's just asking me, Wajiro, which Wajiro? I'm like, hey, if this woman, my mother, knew the amount of times my dick has gone into Wajiros in this here Nairobi, she would not even be... Even anaweza dharau mother tumetoka kwake. I was like, Wajiro. I know at least 6 Wajiros that I've bomoed. At least. And those are the ones who I got to know their second name. What about the ones I bomoed without finding out their second name? Telling me a very vague name like Wajiro. You know, if somebody told you, who is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? You'll be like, God damn. You know my president? But no, let's give you a vague name and throw it out there, and then now all the drama like the black people. You guys went around Langata praying for land at night. Na bado it was grabbed. What? Tulitoka usiku. There's a pastor who came to our church called Geoffrey, right? When I was a very churchish guy. Geoffrey came with witchcraft, but we didn't see it. And Geoffrey told us, we must possess the land around Langata. For that time, I had a Subaru. Ilikuwa mbichi, better have my money, bro. Iyo Subaru ilikuwa ni twin turbo, sound system from heaven. Geoffrey akatudominate si wote. Akatuambia, we must go pray and possess the land. Ukisikia wazika hizo church, bro, toka mbio. Mimi na akili zangu, mimi with my brains, mimi mnaniona hapa. Tukatoka usiku wa manane, midnight. Because midnight was the sweet hour of prayer. Tukaenda pale Galleria. Now Galleria was a meeting point. And now from Galleria we parked our cars, and then some walked in that direction, others walked in that direction, others walked that way and that way, because we must possess north, south, east, and west. We must possess the land. That's the language of the church. Kinudhia akatoka, nikachukua demu yangu, tukaenda tukipossess the land by force, by fire, by force, by fire, by force, by fire. Sasa mnatembea huko Wagondi wanawangoja. But by force, by fire, because you must possess the land. Umewacha gari yako hapo. Wewe mtu uko na akili mzuri. Kibe. I kept asking myself, what nonsense is this? We are going into Karen, into the darkness. Place hata matatu zimewacha kuenda because now it's too dangerous. Na sasa sisi tunatembea by force, by fire. By force, by fire. Heavenly Father, we possess this land.